Hi, my wise astrology tribe, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Today, I'm here with the Capricorn new moon and its influence on mundane and in our personal life. We're going to analyze it together. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and comment below. I'm doing whole sign tropical astrology as usually everyone on YouTube. And I'm really obsessed with asteroids and also with fixed stars as well. So why I'm going to interpret, usually I'm involving asteroids and its influences in our personal life. So you're going to check it first for your rising sign, after for your sun sign. It's affecting your career. Rising sign, it's your personal life. And for your moon sign, the last, which is your emotions toward to this new moon. So before we start, you have to know, and I mentioned it multiple times and over again, new moon is a new beginning. The influence of the new moon, it's not necessarily happening in astrology on the same day, because in astrology, everything is in cycles. So the new moon is going to fulfill its roles during half-year period, right? So until the full moon in Capricorn. So it's gonna take half year, 6 months from now. New moon is a new beginning. This Capricorn new moon actually going to happen at 28 degrees and 44 minutes. And it's happening today in heaven, representing not only a new beginning, but you know, when the moon and the sun merge together in heaven, usually it is a new beginning. Usually it's something to start. It's good to start something in our life. And the moon is representing your feelings, your subconscious. It's representing your clientele, the public in general, your dog, and a lot of other things, but most intensely your feelings, your emotion, your tears. Okay, it's also representing motherhood, mothering, the way you are nurture yourself and nurture others in your life. This is a Capricornian archetype, right? So we will have to talk about Capricorn and its lord, which is Saturn. Also, we're going to talk about the aspect that the new moon going to make, and it's going to trine with Juno in Virgo and trine also Uranus in Taurus. So that is going to create a grand Earth trine in heaven today. And then the influence is going to unfold within 6 months, right? And then also we have to talk about the new moon is sextile with Neptune, also sextile with the asteroid of, let me see, in Scorpio, it's going to be Pallas Athene and also Sappho, the poetic, beautiful Sappho, and Eros as well in Pisces, because Eros is next to Neptune, but also it's going to square, and it's created T-square with the nodes. And the nodes are very close to, still close to the eclipse, where the eclipse happened in October, the Libra eclipse. So the influence could right now unfold during this new moon. What else I wanted to say? Let me see my little chart right in front of me. I put the chart actually on the podcast as well, so you will see that and you can check what kind of aspect it's going to make. All right, so before I am analyzing everything, and I'm gonna do a little short for each individual signs. But then let's talk about Capricorn and the Saturnian archetype. You know, Capricorn ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a very strict energy. So it embodies discipline, it embodies responsibility, but also honor and ambition. Saturn very often refer to the taskmaster, because it's make sure we are, if we started something, we will finish it. And Saturn also refer to the Lord of Karma as well. So it brings lessons and it's create patience. And Saturn is structure in our life, very, very hard work. So, you know, like also what I wanted to mention before the North Nodes, because I mentioned, you know, Saturn going to make a square with the South Node and North Node. And the nodes are not planets, those are mathematical points in heaven, and it's the points of the moon. And that is Ketu and Rahu we are talking about. So they call it Ketu and Rahu in Vedic astrology, the dragon, the head and the tail of the dragon or the monster. So North Node is Jupiterian archetype, it's blessing usually, and South Node is a Saturnian archetype, which is brings in karmic lessons, the path you've been on already. And North Node is the path what you have to approach, what you have to learn in this lifetime. But it's squaring right now, and Saturn already, it's the Lord of Karma. So some kind of karmic influence, something from the past, what we have to endure together as a, you know, like collective. So this is for sure during this new moon, but, you know, something with structure. And if you check the position of the moon right now, and as I said, it's going to have an influence from Pisces, because of Saturn right now is traveling through Pisces. It is like giving some kind of beautiful empathy for the Saturnian energy. You know, Saturn is it could be very harsh and very strong and very disciplined, but because of it's in Pisces, it could give us some kind of imagination and some kind of empathy and compassion. But, you know, it's going to be like we're going to be connected. We're going to make sure we are going to have those kind of feelings and empathy for a long time. So if you're going to start some kind of charity work during this new moon, or some kind of non-profit, because Saturn also rules non-profit, or some kind of philanthropic work, it's going to actually be there for you for a while. And imagination is really great, because Saturn brings you down to earth, but Pisces, in Pisces, it's going to help you to imagine, and it's going to give you stamina to, for example, if you wanted to write, but, you know, it was hard for you to write. Right now, you're going to have endurance, and you're going to be diligent, and you make sure you are sitting down and writing everything what you imagine right now. So that's the kind of thing with Saturn in Pisces and the affection on this new moon. So you also have to know the sextile between Neptune and the new moon, because the Neptune actually it's still in Pisces for a long time. Neptune is dreamy. Neptune is really intuitive. Neptune is Mother Teresa. It's forgiveness. And right now it's sextile. It's making a beautiful, sweet aspect. The sextile, it is Venusian in archetype, in nature. So it's filled with love and compassion. And Saturn is very pragmatic. Capricorn is very pragmatic because of Saturn, the ruler. But the Neptunian influence going to open doors to inspiration and creativity for us. So you can actually incorporate your ideas and your vision to your practical goals. And actually, if you didn't make a New Year resolution, it would be great right now. Dream big, and you are going to follow through, because we start the new year and we started with Mercury going direct and Capricorn new moon. So it's going to give us actually stamina, and it's going to be a long-term dream goal, right? So, all right, so compassion, empathy, ambition, and definitely for the higher purpose and for our collective well-being is going on right now. So I kind of like this new moon right now, even if it's in Capricorn. The new moon trine Uranus also. So, you know, there is a beautiful grand earth trine that I was talking about the very beginning of the recording, because Juno also, it's in Virgo and making in 21 degrees. So it's actually going to create this earth trine. So, but Uranus is, Uranus is the chaos. It's an innovative energy. It's something new. It's a breakthrough. It's ready to change or bring in changes. And the trine aspect is actually a Jupiterian in flavor, in nature. So it brings in blessing for us. Uranus is in Taurus at this moment. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. So, we are capable to actually create something with energy, with our Uranus representing not only like, for example, capable to innovate something with energy, like self-sufficient villages, self-sufficient farming, using, for example, the coal poop for gas, or it could be great for recycling, new recycling program. Uranus in Taurus can be something with weather related, with recycling, with climate change. So, but because of Saturn, and it's Saturn new moon, it's in trining, and Saturn also representing the government. So it means like new rules and laws coming in, the way we need to recycle, for example, and it's going to have the earth. So it's a new innovative, and it could be something with technology as well. And yeah, so, and if you check the Capricorn stellium at this moment during the new moon, we have Pluto. The last kicks in Capricorn, it's gonna dip back into in September again in Capricorn for the very last time in our lifetime, but right now it's 29 degrees 42 minutes, so it is really, really karmic degree. It's a huge influence, central power. They try to keep the power together, and there is the new moon, and Mars actually also co-join this new moon as well, because Mars energy is there. Mars is the fighter, but Mars is exalted over here, so it's bringing in a lot of fiery energy, a lot of energy with conflict, war situation. It could be, at least the narrative could be about that. It doesn't mean we're going to have more gun shooting or more earthquake, because Mars rules also Pluto, and it's volcanoes or earthquake over there. And the Uranian energy in Taurus definitely could be something with earthquake, but because of the aspect over here, I would see and I would think there is some kind of solution, at least right now, with the technology, which is so improved, like we are capable to actually predict earthquake and tsunamis and volcanoes way before it's going to happen. So there could be an amazing prevention action taking place to prevent death and death toll, high death toll. So I would love that, definitely. All right, so yes, it is the Uranian energy over here. The trine suggests that incorporating innovative approaches into our career as well, because of Saturn in Capricorn could be something, right? Saturn rules the 10th house, that is career, and something unexpected, something positive. It's encouraging you to use technology, or it's encouraging you to actually start to learn about AI technology, energy, invest in energy, invest in cryptocurrency or study cryptocurrency. All right, then we're going to have Pallas Athena and Sappho, and also the influence of Eros as well. Eros is in Pisces, and the new moon sextile Eros, and also sextile Pallas Athena and Sappho in Scorpio, right? So it's going to create a mystic triangle in heaven. And Pallas Athena is really, really wise. It's also the warrior asteroid, but actually someone who is fighting with wiseness. And Sappho is the lesbian, nymph over here, the lesbian poet, who is very using muse and very, very poetic. And actually in Scorpio could be intensify something with our poetic nature. But Pallas Athena definitely makes sure we are going to think strategically, and we're going to reach our goals. So Pallas is there to, okay, use your wiseness, don't start to fight if you don't need to, choose your battles. That's why Pallas is there, choose your wisdom, but you know, it's combined with Sappho. Sappho is 2 degrees away, so that it's going to bring in. Sappho is very emotional, very, very deep, and reach, you know, not only your ambition, but something meaningful ambition over here. So this kind of sextile is really talking about to have a new purpose in our life. And then the sextile to Eros, Eros is passion, Eros is sexuality and desire. So, you know, but it's in Pisces, and Pisces is forgiveness and spirituality and or artistic form. So it has to be something to do with or spiritual desires or artistic desires, actually fulfill your artistic desires, start to write, start to paint, start to act or anything you want to, but it has to be spiritual or creative or very, very emotional and meaningful as well. Because, you know, this is a new moon, so it's emotional. It's an emotional investment as well. So then we're going to have to check the trine to Juno, because as I said, it's going to make a trine, and the grand trine, which is the most beautiful aspect, actually the kite is the most beautiful, but the grand trine is one of the most auspicious aspect in heaven. And it's an earth, it's very concrete, it's very, you know, pragmatic. It is like if I started something, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it. And, you know, Taurus and Virgo is very nitpicky, like I'm going to make sure everything is in order. And Juno is loyalty. Juno is, you know, Juno being cheated by Jupiter so many times, and she stayed loyal to Jupiter, which is like, wow. I would never do that, so I could never be a Juno, right? But I'm saying it's like incredible what Juno had to face and stayed loyal. So Juno in Virgo makes sure, you know, it's going to be practical and emphasizes on commitment, because Juno is commitment and loyalty. But also it supports setting intentions, because of Capricorn is ambitious. And something to do with, you know, like achieve something in health, because Virgo rules the 6th house originally, and that has to be something with your daily routine, with health in general for the public. And then there is an achievement. So that's why I said, if you didn't do a New Year resolution, this is the time right now. If you want to go to yoga studio, drink juices or anything, this is the time right now, because you're most likely going to be capable to do it and to stay with it and be diligent. So, you know, it's also could be actually promote some kind of stable partnership as well. Anything to do with partnership, if you want to have a business partner, or if you would like to have a loyal partner in your life. So a long-term relationship could come in for some. And okay, we have to talk about the nodes, and it squares with the nodes, you see. And I was talking about the karmic crossroad over here with the lunar nodes. And the aspects suggest that the decision and intentions set during this time are significant or evolutionary paths. So, you know, there are a lot of challenges what's going to come in, and we will have to balance between past and future. Past is the south node. We were already there. And, you know, the south node is in Libra. So something to do with peace, something to do with negotiation. North node in Aries, it is something to push forward, some kind of development. But Saturn in Capricorn new moon, which is ruled by Saturn, which is the government, there is behind the scene negotiation between peace and war, and how to actually create peace again. And they are saying, like, we've been here over and over again. What are we doing? We keep having the same karmic lesson. Why are we doing this? And, you know, that kind of negotiation. So this could be difficult, because it's still not going to bring in peace, unfortunately, until the North Node is leaving Aries. We're still going to have more conflict, more gun violence, more anything with Aries, like fire, you know, very fiery energy. Plus, don't forget, I had a video on the period 9, which is a fire energy. Dragon is coming in, which is breathing out, you know, exhaling fire as well. So there is a lot of fire gonna happen, anger and things like that in this year. However, we're going to navigate it through. We just have to be prepared. So the mundane astrological implication actually on geopolitical perspective or peace and war dynamic, this is like, you know, you have to know Capricorn is really, really disciplined, but because Uranus is there, it could bring in the new innovative spirit, something that urge to change, something which is like, I need a shift, I need new strategy, I need some kind of new strategy in global politics. And don't forget, it could already start, you know, the influencing the elections, because not only the US going to have elections, but 40 other countries, and it's going to affect 3.4 billion people on the earth. So it is like unbelievable. And you know, that could be actually bring some kind of new people. Actually, this new moon in Capricorn can bring in a new traditional politician who want to run for president. In education, Pallas Athena aspect could highlight advancement or reforms actually for educational systems, which would be really, really good because Pallas Athena is wise. So it's try to balance between traditional and modern methods. So it could be like, all right, you know, like, and, you know, Uranus in Taurus could be like, yes, let's talk about energy, let's talk about computers, let's talk about technology and teach them currencies, teach them actually tax, how to do taxes, but also teach them farming and how to use technology in farm or how to create food or things like that. So that could be really implemented in education. And the two actually combined would make it really successful. Weather-wise, Uranus could bring earthquake, anything. But, you know, also weather-wise, Uranus, it is an unexpected change. It could be tornadoes picking up, a new weather pattern, something to do with earthquake or something to do with the influence of wind, tornadoes, something like that. It could also create some kind of solar flare, something. And, you know, Uranus is technology. And last time, like a month ago, we had in Europe a lot of northern light. And we found out actually it was generated by Russia because they did something which made a lot of solar flare, and actually it gave radiation to the paper, some kind of radiation. And Uranus actually could be radiation as well. So yeah, so in weather pattern, definitely it's going to be highlighted like earthquake and tornadoes. And then health and finances, you know, it could be a great change actually because Neptune influences, and Neptune in Pisces, it's more like social, kind of social workers and social healthcare. And it could bring in a new financial structure because Saturn in Pisces also, and because the new moon in Capricorn, it is bringing a new structure which is going to encourage sustainable and compassionate reform of the healthcare. And I would love that because, you know, then it's like, it's going to be some kind of base for everyone and everyone needs. And if you need more healthcare, or if you want to have different private healthcare, you were going to be able to do that. So like, but everybody going to have the basic. So, okay, so what else can we say? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, but I'm going to go right now for each individual sign, and I'm just going to talk like 50 seconds, a minute about that. So I'm gonna start with Aries rising, like usually I start with Aries rising, sun and moon, first for your rising sign, because that's your life, your recent life. But the sun is your career, moon is your emotions and the way you're nurturing yourself and others. So it's going to happen in your 10th house. 10th house is your career, that is your public image, anything to do with politics as well. So in your career, there could be a new change, and it could be some kind of innovative change, something idealistic, because it's sextile with Neptune, don't forget. And, you know, because it's trine with Uranus, it could be actually some amazing, unexpected career change. You might going to get a bonus. You can have some kind of professional achievement. Maybe you were actually nominated for, you know, like for Nobel Prize or something, but then they said you won't get it, but unexpectedly you will get it anyway. your public image is changing. And it could be actually great if you are on a spiritual path, because Neptune influences there, or if you do something with technology. Uranus could be anything with technology, energy. So yes, it could be that. All right, then let's see. Taurus, rising sun and moon, it's happening in your 9th house. Yes, 9th house, anything to do with education. It is your older sibling, long distance traveling. It is anything to do with foreign matters, foreign legal matters. So if you want to apply for passport, if you would like to apply for visa, citizenship, green card, you know, this is the time to do it. And it's going to bring in a positive change over there. If you want to publish a book, open a publisher, start a YouTube channel, start something on social media, but being seen in TV, start to write, this is also a great time for you, Taurus, rising sun and moon. So education, travel going to be in focus, and you're going to be capable to achieve what you really wanted to. There is also some kind of new spiritual ideas or philosophy, what you can study. All right, Gemini, rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 8th house. 8th house, anything to do with shared resources, with taboos, with pregnancies, with surgeries, with death, with sex, anything to do with taxes as well, prenup, will, trust, if you would like to. And you know, that is transition and psychology, very deep psychological transition over here. So that is a new beginning. It's perhaps you, you know, like you digged very deep before, and right now you know who you are. You peeled your ego. And that is a major transformation over here. If you have any joint finances, it's going to actually turn out auspicious for you. And it could be like you're going to sign a really, really good prenup, or, you know, you are doing your tax refund, tax return, and you get tax refund, and it's going to be big. Your intimate relationship could be really energetic and really, you know, you're gonna have a lot of mojo during this time. And, you know, Uranus is over there, so it's innovative. If you would like to invest in what is that, Uranian energy, uranium, or study astrology, financial astrology, and because 8 house also do anything with death, so it could be forensic astrology as well. It could be, you know, good to invest in psychology, or go to have a shrink if you would like to. That is definitely could be like you are searching for your Neptune influence over here, the meaning of life. And, you know, maybe you start to write a book about afterlife. All right. Cancer, rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 7th house. The new beginning in your 7th house of business partnership and the marriage engagement. So you might going to get engaged, or planning your wedding, or you know, to renew your vow. It also can bring an amazing new partnership, business partnership for you. And actually, because of trining Uranus and Juno, you can also get amazing followers, because that is your clientele over here. So someone who is a long-term clientele and from higher social circles, so it could be really good for that. If you have any kind of legal matter, that could be also great, because of it could turn out for your favor, either to start or finish a legal matter, but most likely you're going to start a legal matter here, and you're going to finish within 6 months, because it's unfolding, remember, within 6 months. All right, the Neptunian influence going to bring in a lot of compassion and empathy. And, you know, if you are planning a wedding, it's going to be very, very beautiful and really romantic, because Neptune could be very, very romantic. All right, Leo, rising sun and moon. All right, it's going to happen in your 6th house. So you have to focus on your daily routine, your health, and your work. Or if you have a rental property, if you want to rent out a new property, or actually buy a rental property, it would be really auspicious for you. But you have to focus on your health and on your daily routine. You're going to work on your environment. You're going to work on yourself, and something new is coming into your life, but you didn't actually you know, ever started yet. You never experienced before. Maybe you're going to try a new supplement. Maybe you're going to go to the sweaty yoga. but definitely it's great to start a new regime. And it's also could bring in a new puppy, a new small animal for you, a small pet, or it could also bring in a work. So you might go in to apply for a work and you will get it. As I said, anything to do with tenants, to renting a property or have a roommate could be very beneficial. All right, Virgo rising sun and moon. The new moon is going to happen in your 5th house of investment, romance, creativity, hobbies, and speculative businesses. So this is really beautiful because Virgo rising, you're going to have to embrace a lot of new and romantic ventures. For example, you can have a lover, you can have a lot of romance, your passion going to be incredible. And also, if you would like to have a child, you might going to get pregnant during this time. You might going to go to some romantic getaway, something to enjoy. Or this is the time when you're actually capable to start some new hobbies, or start to play the piano, start to write, something to do with your creative ventures there. And also, if you have children, this is a really great time to take care of your children, to be with your children and enjoy to being with them. All right. So then Libra rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 4th house. So you know what, Libras, this is very good for your home, family life, for your real estate investment. You might going to sell or buy a property. Definitely you can renew something with your family roots. You can actually find your biological family. It could be like start a new family or planning right now a new family, talking about children or getting married, something like that. It could bring definitely an opportunity to something with safety around your house. So you might going to put a lot of new cameras and security system. You might going to put something, because Uranus and Taurus and it's training, it could bring in something with like sun planners, like energy, or something self-sufficient, anything with self-sufficient approach there. And there is also a nurturing approach over here, because Neptune is there and Neptune sextile. So there could be like, oh, I'm going to be nurtured by my significant others, or I just want to stay home and be cozy and cuddling with my children, things like that. That could be really, really beneficial. Or you can redesign your home during this time. All right, Scorpio rising sun and moons, that is going to be happening in your 3rd house. 3rd house, anything to do with communication, short distance traveling, younger siblings, anything to do with nephews, nieces. So this is could bring in a short trip for you. Also, you can set up some kind of online studying, or you can start to study something online, anything to do with technology, anything to do with investment, and then new ideas start to write. You can buy actually a new car if you would like to, but your environment is changing for the better. You can get new neighbors. You can get some kind of new opportunity in your neighborhood, new friends coming in to your life. Definitely your vision is going to be more bold, and new visions, something innovative visions, innovative communication. You will be able to actually get a new website, renew your website, and bring in more people for yourself. All right, Sagittarius rising sun and moon, new moon going to happen in your 2nd house. 2nd house is your financial axis, and don't forget Mars is exalted over here for you. So that is really good, because it's going to help you to bring in a new earning, something within half year. Your earning is going to be significantly increasing with that Uranian trine. And because of over there, you have also Virgo in the 10th house, and Juno is there, you're going to have followers, or you can have actually clients who are long-term and permanent, and who are honored, and who going to actually maybe give you review, and you will be honored by them. So that is really amazing. Neptune, it is in your 4th house with Saturn there. So it's sextile, so it could actually bring money to buy a house for you, to change your house, to renovate your house, or to create maybe a home office for yourself. But definitely it is there. Or, you know, you can actually invest in something art in your home, which is going to actually preserve your money because it's very expensive. All right, Capricorn rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your first house, so it's affecting you significantly. That is a personal, you know, like renew yourself personally. So it's a reinvention, actually, reinvent yourself. There is a lot of new aspect in your identity, anything to do with your business, with the way you are representing your business, your company, yourself, it's changing. You might going to get a new haircut, a new wardrobe, anything new over here, which is helping you later on. And with that Uranian aspect in your fifth, it could be like, you know, some kind of investment, something with creative journeys coming in. And spirituality inclined to Neptune in your 11th house, your social circle is changing for better. People are more forgiving, people are more compassionate toward you, and they are bringing in business to you. So it could be really, really beneficial. Neptune is oil, so you can invest in oil. It says, or anything to do with uranium, start to study spirituality or astrology. Aquarius rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 12th house, which is inner growth, anything to do with your spirituality, hidden matters, and your subconscious matters as well. You know, if you would like to have a job on the field of hospice, hospitals, hospitality, jail guard, anything to do with spirituality, creating a spiritual retreat, it could be wonderful for you. If you would like to actually start a new life and getting rid of any kind of addiction, because it's a Capricorn new moon. Capricorn is actually very, very ambitious and making sure you are doing your spiritual growth and your inner work, then you are capable to get rid of substance abuse and self-sabotaging behavior over here. So I really like that for you. If you start to write a script, this is the time for that right now. So this is you know, like you can start meditate, you can start some kind of spiritual practice at this moment. And it also says if you would like to open up a business which is connected with medical marijuana or anything to do with pharmaceutical or anything to do with maybe microdosing mushrooms, it could be the time for that. All right, guys, and the last is Pisces rising sun and moon, my fellow Pisceans. New moon in the 11th house. All right, so let me see what's going to happen over here. 11th house, anything to do with our long-term aspirations and anything to do with our social circles and community. That is also money from our career. So this is a bonus. So we can get a bonus over here, and or long-term goal, we can get a new long-term goal coming in, or actually new clients who are really, really high in social circle, and they are willing to support you, they're willing to be and stand by you and bringing new influences in your life, which is eventually going to help you to increase your salary. So that is good. There are new friends, perhaps new social media platform could be really beneficial for you. And, you know, it's going to actually sextile with Neptune. And Neptune is your ruler. You're not traditional, but you're modern ruler. So it's very, very forgiving and idealistic and artsy. So it's bringing and giving you an opportunity to start something new with spirituality and art. It's giving you an opportunity to forgive to someone. And also it's going to actually get influence with Uranus, which is in your 3rd house. And that's going to help you because of it's something with communication and with your neighborhood. So it could bring in a new neighborhood for you. You might going to move, or actually it could bring in a new neighbor who is really, really nice to you. All right, guys, you know the drill. If you would like to have more videos like that, please subscribe, like, and comment below. I really appreciate that. I'm coming up with new videos, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. See you when I get back here on the platform. Thank you so much for listening, liking, sharing. Bye for now.